Hey, Miss Kendall over on the gram. How are you? Thank you for joining me on tonight. Hello, 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 everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started here shortly. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. It is 6 o'clock. Give everybody just a little bit of time. I'm going to wave at you, Miss Kendall over on the gram. Good to see you. I hope that everybody had a great weekend today. I'm gonna turn the music down. I love my music. I want the music to overpower the content. There we go. I am excited. We got some great stuff we want to share on today. So, before I get started, please remember we do have the Dream to Dream Job Summit that's coming up this fall. That's going to be on Saturday, September the 10th. Um, Please remember that when you purchase a t shirt or some type of apparel that ABC has, you will sponsor a child to attend the summit for free. So if you know anyone, hey, Miss Pat Nesby, how are you? If you know anyone that would like to attend the summit, or you say, you know what, I think you really would be a good person that need to attend this summit, I want you to send us an email or DM me or give us a call at 501-291-1650. That is going to be this fall, September the 10th. And the summit is called the Dream to Dream Job Summit. So I want you to look for our flyer that is coming here soon. We want to make sure that we get the word out and that you invite someone to be a part. We do not want these young people to miss this opportunity. Also, please remember that when you take the time to purchase something from a small business owner, you are supporting them. You support us through like, comment, tag, and sharing our content. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. We would greatly appreciate it. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. Good morning, everybody. I am Ada Brooks with Ada Brooks Consultant, and I come to you every Thursday at 6 o'clock with our weekly HR101 tip. So, our tip on today is HR101 assessment. It's an assessment time. You know, it's the mid year. You should know where you are, rather professionally. Hey, Miss Rebecca, how are you? Either professionally or personally, you should know where you are. But since we're going to talk on a business level, and I may throw some personal stuff in there too, but on a business level, hey, Jesse, how are you? Thank you for joining me on tonight. So we're going to go ahead and get started because most people know this is the time of the year. It's mid-year. We're in the month of July. You should be going to your department leaders, managers of some sort. They should be coming to you, or you should be going to them so that you will know where you are. And what I mean by knowing where you are, hey Dale McPhee, that's my son, y'all. That's my baby. You should know where you are. It should not become a surprise to you when it's time for your annual review and your increase, and you not know where you are. Have you met your goals that you all have set? And the main reason the mid-year review is to see where you are. It's for your managers to, hey Renee, how are you? Thank you for joining me on tonight. They do this so that you'll know where you are before it's time for your annual review. You know, have you all set goals? Have you met the goals? If you have not achieved those goals, what's stopping you from achieving those goals? This at the same time will allow you to move up. But however, most people feel as if, well, I do my job really, really hard when I get there. You notice I said when you get there. Because what if you late? But then they will be like, but yeah, they're a hard worker, but do you honestly think they're going to promote you to be over people if you're being late for work? Because you, as the leader, as the manager, is supposed to set the example. You can't, what word am I looking for? You can't say you want one of your employees written up and you late it for work every day. They're not going to promote you. Hey, Miss Kelly Lumpkin, how are you? So the thing is to make sure you're checking in with your manager or your supervisor so you'll know exactly where you are. Also, make sure the goals that they've set for you are achievable goals, not these long, strenuous goals that you know you cannot reach. We don't want that. And then make sure they're giving you good feedback, not feedback from last week, but they need to give you feedback from January to June, because we just now into July, but you need to know where you are. This is the point and purpose and able to help you to move forward. Case in point, self-assessment. If you know you trying to move up and you late for work every day, nobody needs to tell you that you late for work every day. Do your own self-assessment and say, girl, look, if you know you trying to move up, get yourself up and go to work. Don't be out here bad mouthing people. That doesn't make for a good manager or a good leader. If you know you trying to climb the corporate ladder or maybe just go to a different position, what have you, then you got to start by taking those necessary steps now. I told you I was going to throw a little personal in there. So, as you all know, with ABC, we've been doing this for the past 3, 4 years almost. And we had to go back to the drawing board as far as our website. So we had to go and make some changes. We didn't get mad. We just went and made the necessary changes because we know as a company where we are trying to go. Sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board, not to make the same mistakes, but to learn from the mistakes that you've already made or to see what improvements you need to make. Because the thing is a practice make perfect, no, practice make improvement. Consistency make improvement. So don't let anybody else come to you and tell you that you late for work every day. You know you're not getting there on time. You as an adult and you as a young person, you don't need your parents to tell you to get up and go to work. Set your alarm and get up. If you go into the club, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be on time for the club. If you go into a concert, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be on time for the concert because you've paid for your ticket. But you want to be late for work for the company that pays you in order to get the gas, keep the car, the lights, the phone. But you expect for them to be understanding all the time. Sometimes they won't be, because after so many times of you being late, guess what? They're going to let you go. So do your own self assessment, whether personally or professionally, because personally, if you do it, then you don't have to worry about it on the professional level because it will take care of itself. You're going to hold your own self accountable. Okay, I told you that on last week. But some of the tips you need to take for your mid-year review is prepare early. Take your own notes. Be prepared when you go in there to talk to your manager or your supervisor, or maybe they want to talk to you. Let them know, hey, can we reschedule this for another day? Because you got some notes you need to take. There's some things you need to write down too to see if you're on the same page as they are. Evaluate where you are. Know your strengths and your weaknesses so they don't have to tell you. So that way you'll know, you know what? You're right, but I'm already working on those. And then create an agenda. Just go down the line, create your agenda. If you're not sure how to do any of this, you may want to contact ABC. We'll be more than happy to assist you. And you can call us at 501-291-1650 or send us an email to abc@abchr101.com. Lastly, Your agenda will consist of discussions on whether you exceeded or met your goals, if they gave you good feedback. You want them to give you feedback, but you also need to have feedback as well. Where do you feel like you need some type of improvement? How do you reach your personal goals for the coming year? And how can they help you achieve those goals? Because again, you don't want to wait until the end of the year. Hey, Tim Campbell, how are you? You do not want to wait until the end of the year before you know where you actually are. As a young person, you cannot be afraid to go to your manager or your supervisor and say, hey, I need to know where I am. And just because you've been on the job for 6 months doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get an increase. Because if that's not what they said, and if that is not what policy is, then don't look for a job or don't look for an increase on your job in 6 months. Now, a year, and if you know you've worked a year and they say they give annual reviews, well, guess what? Annual reviews does not necessarily mean they come with an increase. That just means they're going to give you a review to let you know where you are. But if you are not getting a review, then I would suggest to that manager, that leader, that supervisor to let the entire team know prior to, not the day of, because the majority of the time when you do a review, people look for an increase. Hey, Miss Cheryl, how are you? So, managers, leaders, supervisors, if you know your company will not be able to give a review to your team, let them know that up front. Do not let them go a whole year and work. And then when it's time for a review, be like, oh, we're not giving y'all anything. That's not right. Because 9 times out of 10, what they gonna do? They're gonna quit. They're gonna be mad and they're gonna quit. But you need to be transparent and communicate that effectively with your team. Now, you said, well, I was expecting 50 cents. Well, I was expecting $1. Well, if you know your attendance have not been that great, then 9 times out of 10, you may not get that 4% increase. You may get a 2.5% increase, maybe a 3, and that's an average. Just being honest. Because what's going to happen once you get the increases and everybody will run to HR, this is not right. So HR is going to sit them down. They're going to go through their file with them. Have you been to work on time? How many days have you called in? How, was you late? Did you get written up for safety reasons? All of that is going to play a factor in you receiving the difference between a 1% and a 4%. And that's why they kind of meet somewhere in the middle at a 2.5%. So just kind of be mindful of those things when it comes down to your mid year review. This is all it is. Hey, Chester Green, how are you? This is all that is. But you do your own self assessment personally and professionally, but you keep track of everything that you've done at work. If you know you saved the company a couple of $1,000s, you write that down. If you know you was at work on time for 90 straight days, which you should be anyway, or maybe 6 months, you write that down. But they set goals and you met those goals, write those down. Because guess what? Sometimes as managers, leaders, supervisors, they forget. They have 15 other employees they have to look out for. So sometimes they forget that you stayed over more than others. But at the same time, don't get mad every time you stay over and then you do not get the increase that you are looking for. Because most people equate them staying over. You say, but I stayed over every time they wanted me to. Guess what? But they ask. That means you can give a yes or no answer. Because if it's not mandatory, they can ask. You can say yes or you can say no. Just because you stay over does not guarantee you an increase. That's just said, you know what, you're going to get your time and a half, and I appreciate you helping us out. So keep all of these tips in mind as to why you do your own assessment. Know it's that time of the year. Also, if you know that you're looking for a new job, don't wait till the beginning of the year, because your beginning of the year could have been yesterday. Why are you gonna say, well, I'll just wait until we get past the holidays? But you go to work upset and mad every day. No. Go ahead and make the move now. Have ABC to review your resume. You can send it to us at abc@abchr101.com. If you need some interviewing tips, you can give us a call at 501-291-1650. Please do not forget to go by and check out our websites. Please do not forget that we have the Dream to Dream Job Summit coming this fall, September the 10th. We're looking for panels of people to sit on that panel, but I promise you it will be a great experience. And if you know any young people, we're asking you to sponsor them. And you sponsor them by purchasing some type of apparel that ABC has. Right now, we have a Bright Creation t-shirt. It's only $20 for the adults and it is $12 for the children. But we want to make sure that our young people have an opportunity to partake of all this information and have a panel before them to ask any questions for a particular dream job that they may be interested in. So I hope I've been able to give you some great tips on tonight. Again, thank you all for joining me every Thursday. We are so appreciative of it, because you don't have to give us your time, but when you do, we appreciate it very much. Again, I am Ada Brooks with Ada Brooks Consultant. I appreciate you. Come on back next week. See me next Thursday at 6 o'clock. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening.